Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia. Welcome everybody. Today I will be showing you how to create a Grinch balloon mosaic. It's gonna be a fun one. I got this pattern from Elle's Paper Boutique. I will link her in the description under this video. Go ahead and check her out. I will be using Qualitics from Lauderdale Paper and Balloon Company. I will link and list everything in the description under this video. Before I will let you go, I quickly wanted to mention these beautiful roses right here from Rose Forever. Rose Forever sent me this box of roses a few months back and they are still alive. If you don't know what is going on, Rose Forever infuses these roses with natural oils to preserve them, and roses should last you a year, which is amazing. And they are stunning. After a few months, none of the roses went bad. This rose over here took a beating. My daughter wanted to see if these roses are real and she pinched some of the petals, but you guys, nothing's wrong with them. I am extremely pleased with these beauties. So Rose Forever is offering you a coupon code, a discount code. You can use Anastasia25 for $25 off at checkout. This is not an affiliate code, it's just a discount code for you guys. This offer will last till December 10th. All right, that's it for the intro. Let's go make this beautiful balloon mosaic. And this is how Elle's Paper Boutique will look like on Etsy. I will link her in the description under this video. And when you scroll down, you will see a whole bunch of patterns that she offers to you guys. Lots of Christmas choices, lots of other themes, letters, numbers, anything you want. I chose Grinch. And after purchasing, you will get a link that you can download, like digital download only, and you can save it to your computer and keep it for a long time. Let me show you how that digital link looks like. These are the patterns that I bought or I got from Elle's Paper Boutique, and this is my Grinch print files. I am clicking on that, and as you can see here, you have 4 choices in this digital file. So you're buying basically 4 sizes in one particular pattern that you chose: 2 feet, 3 feet, 4, and 5. And this particular size of my Grinch will print 36 pages. You hit print and print your pattern. As I'm sitting here and editing this video, you guys, some of the steps are missing. Some of the clips are missing. They're not on my memory card. And it's kind of frustrating because I remember I recorded those steps and they're gone. What happened there? I have no idea. So what is missing is me printing the pattern and assembling that pattern on the floor and taping those papers together to keep that pattern in one piece. If anything else, I will do a voiceover and catch up with you guys on what you've missed. But other than that, I don't know, mystery. Some foam boards to construct our base for the mosaic. So I bought my boards from Walmart and Dollar General. Walmart has 2 different foam boards, as you can see. This one's Ross and this one is Elmer's company, and I like these Ross foam boards better because they are a lot easier to cut than these guys. They are much more sturdier. They are sturdy as well, but I like to work with this company better, and this company is a lot cheaper than this one. For Ross boards, I paid 88 cents at Walmart, and for this brand I paid $1.77. At Dollar General you can find boards for $1. So let's lay them out and measure how many boards I need to fit this cutout. Once you measured your template on foam boards, tape your foam boards together because they will move and you don't want that. I am taping my foam boards with little pieces of tape, just enough to hold everything together, and later on I will be removing them because I don't like the glare that the tape gives to my boards. Just enough to hold everything together. I will be using tiny pieces of tape to kind of hold my pattern on my foam boards because I don't want it to slide. Trace your pattern on your foam boards. You can use whatever pen or pencil marker, whatever works best for you. Now you need a cutting board. I bought it at Walmart. Then some metal rulers. You guys, metal rulers will work the best. And X-Acto knife. I am not removing tape from my foam boards. I will be cutting this as one piece because sometimes you can cut a little bit more or less, and it will be a little bit harder for you to piece everything together, to align everything together. So I'll cut this as one piece, and then afterwards, before gluing everything with hot glue, I will remove the tape. How to cut, you guys. I don't think there is a proper way how to cut foam board. If there's a proper or any other techniques that you know of how to cut the foam board, let me know. This is how I do it. I pierce my foam board, apply pressure, and cut. I try to cut through the bottom and top at the same time, or from top to bottom, and try to cut as straight as possible in one continuous line. You can go back and cut more, deeper. Make sure you have the cutting board, you guys. I tried cardboard box, and this X-Acto knife cut through the box, and I made some marks on my floor. You will apply pressure on your X-Acto knife and will try to cut your foam board in one continuous line. You will be getting those nice and smooth sides on your foam. It might not turn out the first time, but with practice, it's definitely doable. I do struggle with smooth sides myself, but I feel like I am getting better after so many mosaics that I made. At this point, I am removing tape from my boards and starting to glue my pieces together with my hot glue gun. You can use low temperature glue gun as well, but I feel like high temperature glue gun gives you more time to piece your pieces together after you apply your glue on your foam boards. Make sure you apply your glue right on the inside, right on the cut. When you put the glue, you glue everything shut like this. So let's glue everything together. We need to cut a whole bunch of strips. So I am measuring 3-inch strips, and I am cutting a whole bunch of them to make borders for our mosaic. To cut your strips, use metal rulers. You guys, metal rulers are the best because your X-Acto knife can cut through plastic rulers. I already ruined one of my rulers, and I immediately went on Amazon and bought this 24-inch ruler. They will be linked in the description under this video. My strips are cut out. I did use some of the scraps that I had from the Grinch cutout. I tried to be resourceful and not waste any foam and cut as much as I can from all of the scraps that I had. We need to score our strips. This mat is really good because you don't have to go with your ruler and mark every single inch and then cut it. So as you can see, this little square over here is inch wide. So you lay your strip and just cut it by these lines on a mat. If you don't have a mat and you're using something else, then go ahead, take your ruler and mark 1 inch apart, and we need to score it. You guys, score, but do not cut all the way through, because you want your paper in the back to hold all of your scorings. I will show you in a second what's gonna happen after I'll score. So let's score this first. After scoring, we need to bend our cuts. So basically like this, snap them, and this is what you will be getting. As you can see, this strip has a lot of bend and a lot of movement, which is awesome because our mosaic cutout will require movement from your strips. I will explain everything as we go. So all of my strips are scored, and I prepped them ahead of time just to save you guys some time and not bore you with all the scoring. I feel like scoring of strips is the most tedious and boring thing out of the whole thing, for me at least. Anyways, I quickly wanted to show you the difference between scoring that I made. If you can see, you guys, these scorings over here are 1/2 inch wide, and these are inch wide scorings. And there's a reason for that. If you have really sharp curves, it's better to have 1/2 inch scorings around, for example, this circle over here, because it gives you a lot more precision. This will be okay as well, but I like to be very detailed and very, like, it needs to fit, you know what I mean? If you are making a letter or some kind of a number that has straight lines, you don't have to score a thing. You just cut your borders and glue it on, and you're good to go. With shapes, with mosaics like I am doing right now and I did before, you need to score your strips because you want that playability out of your strips. Here's what I'm doing. First things first, I am measuring my strip with smaller scoring around my circle and seeing where I need to cut my strip. Grabbing my pencil and marking. Okay, I marked over here, so now I need to cut. By the way, I have my cutting board underneath my cardboard. Now, measure again, see if it's nice and tight and it's hugging the circle very nicely, and if it's good. So looks pretty good, maybe just a tiny bit more that needs to be cut off, but other than that, it's good. All right, so much better. Now I am grabbing my glue gun, have extra glue sticks nearby because glue goes really fast, and start gluing by putting glue on the very edge of your strip. Glue it on, press it down, press it sideways, make sure everything's nice and tight. Lift your mosaic to make sure nothing's going to glue at the bottom to your cardboard or floor or anything else that you're using. As you can see over here, I put all of the scorings, all the cutouts on the outside. It's not facing inside. There's a reason, because when you're putting your scoring on the outside, it gives you that flexibility, right? If you would put them on the inside, there's no way that you can, well, you can bend, but there's no way that you can circle this strip with cutouts on the inside and have this beautiful circle out of it. Right now we are working with this line, and we're going to reverse whatever I just told you. So we're not putting our cutouts on the outside of our Grinch. We are putting our cutouts, our cuts of our scorings on the inside, because it will give us a better flexibility and better fit on our line. Again, measure everything Make sure everything lays nice and flat against this line. Mark where you need to cut and cut. Once it's cut and measured exactly, then you can go ahead and glue it on. I also like to push my strips into these really tight corners to make sure I have tight corners. So push it in, frame it, measure it once again, needs to be cut out just a tiny bit, and we're good to go. And that's basically how I will be gluing my borders to this cutout. Let's go finish this up. Sometimes, once in a while, you have to fill in gaps with like little boards like these. I took this picture of a Grinch as a reference to add more details like eyes and mouth. And for my nose, I will be putting just a balloon, but I want to add more boards to curve out the eyes, inside of the eyes, and my mouth. To fill my mosaic, I am using a whole bunch of Qualitix balloons from L'Oreal Paper and Balloon Company. You can always use my code Anastasia10 for 10% off at checkout. This is an affiliate code and it's totally up to you if you want to use it or not. This code is valid only for your first purchase and if you're a new customer to L'Oreal Paper and Balloon Company. So I am using black, white, green, and red balloons. I have my setup over here. I like to do everything on the floor, so I have my chair supporting my mosaic and I have cardboard box holding my glue gun and my zoom pump, which came from L'Oreal Paper and Balloon Company, always balloon tying tool. And that's about it. You guys, I am out of 11-inch balloons. I don't know how that happened, but instead of 11, I will be using a whole bunch of 5-inch white balloons. So I inflated my 5-inch balloon to the max and I didn't tie my balloon, as you can see over here, and I am measuring just like this, like placing my balloon into my mosaic and letting some air out. This is how I will be measuring. I feel like I want to fit 3 balloons like this into here and then fill in gaps with smaller size balloons. So I feel like this will be good. I am pushing air as much as I can into the balloon and tying a knot. I feel like using fingers is a lot easier in this case. Grabbing my scissors and cutting this lip of my balloon off. I recently started doing this and I love it because when you get rid of this tail over here, your balloon will lay much flatter in your mosaic than having that extra, you know, something that would be in the way of your balloons. I also preheated my low temperature glue gun. You guys, low temperature glue gun should not pop your balloons. If you're not comfortable with glue gun, with low temperature glue gun, then go ahead and use glue dots. My favorite, all-time favorite glue dots are glue dashes from L'Oreal Paper and Balloon Company. It's not because I am working with L'Oreal Paper and Balloon Company. No, I will be totally and completely honest with you because I absolutely love them. They are incredible quality. They are sticky. Notice how much glue I put and it's not popping my balloons. Pressing my balloon against the mosaic, you can help yourself from the back and kind of hold a couple or a few seconds for the glue to set. Okay, it's looking good. Let's inflate another balloon. Inflate it to the max going to the spot where I want to insert this balloon. And while measuring, I am starting to let some air out until my balloon fits nice and snug into the spot. Cut, glue, glue it on. We need to fill in these spaces over here. So I want to put 4 smaller sizes balloons. 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the middle right here to finish everything off. Again, I am grabbing 5-inch balloon, inflating, letting some air out. Like very small. And pushing that air into the balloon as much as I can, maybe a little more out. Twisting my balloon. And tying a knot as tight as possible to the air in my balloon. All right, cutting again that tail where needed. And we can fit this balloon inside, just like this. This part of my hat, I want to try to inflate my 5-inch balloons into bigger sizes, fill in with bigger, and then finish it off with smaller size balloons. Exactly what I did with this portion over here, just to kind of finish it off with details. Here's another way that you can make small balloons. I don't like to typically use this method because I like to be in control of every single little balloon. So I inflated my balloon pretty small. I am tying a knot, and now I am pinching my balloon right in the middle. So the knot will be your top or the middle of the balloon. Pinch and twist a couple or a few times. Now you have these 2 little bubbles. Take the tail and wrap this tail around your twisted middle balloons, and if possible, tie a knot. And here you have 2 little bubble balloons that you can glue on, maybe in one spot at once. Another thing that I really like to do before gluing my balloons on is to measure balloons if they would lay nicely and if they would fit into that specific spot. Also, I inflated or wanted to use 12-inch balloons specifically for this portion because it's a hat and I don't want a lot of small balloons going on in my mosaic. I want some variety, so that's why I am having 11 here. Inch balloons are glued. Now we are starting to fill in smaller spaces with our 5-inch balloons. For the eyes, as you can see, I already pre-measured my eyes. I blew these tiny little balloons right here to put them in the very corner over there because I don't want my eyes to be too empty. So I used 5-inch balloons to create these. These are black balloons from 5-inch balloons, and again 2 a little bit bigger size balloons from 5-inch balloons. I am grabbing this one and putting as far as I can into that corner over here. Pushing these little ones as far as I can into the corner to fill in that space. Put them in there and glue them down. Okay, it looks good. Now we need to fill this portion over here. To fill that in, I am using white 260s balloons. We'll see how that's going to work. So I am using my hand pump for this. pinching, twisting, letting air out, tying, and cut off both tails. Do not cut your tails too close to your knots because it can lead to deflation of a balloon. That's what happened to me here with this balloon. I feel like something's missing. I want this balloon to touch on both of my sides. So I think I want to redo it and make it a little bit larger. Final part, you guys, and I am using an 11-inch round green. That's the only size green I am using for this part because I am out of 5-inch balloons. So I will be trying my best to inflate smaller size balloons using only 11-inch balloons. So let's try this out. What I have for you guys today. This is my final Grinch balloon mosaic. I really love how it all turned out. Absolutely needed to have 5-inch balloons for sure for every single color. I struggled with this part because I only had 11-inch balloons, and can you imagine how hard it is to make these little bubbles out of 11-inch balloons? If you're planning on this, make sure you have 5-inch balloons. It will help you a lot and it will save you so much time. I love how eyes turned out, very interesting, and at first I wanted to glue on the printed eyes, but then I'm like, hey, let's add some details, and I am happy. Another thing that I wanted to do is to color his mouth black, like on the picture that I showed you for the reference. I'm happy that I stopped myself in time because I feel like the mouth would get lost in green because green and black are pretty dark, and I feel like leaving it white was the best idea. A lot of people are telling me to paint my form before filling in with balloons, but I genuinely love the white borders. I really love it. I guess it depends on the person, on a personal style and taste, and I like it just like in this. I haven't counted how many balloons I used. I honestly didn't because I was just blowing and filling in and trying to pack this balloon mosaic. I would suggest to buy one bag of 11-inch and one bag of 5-inch for every color, for you to be safe. I will show you how to make a base. You can absolutely lean this against anything that you want, but you can also make a base. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning and I need to go to bed. I will see you all back tomorrow. I am taking my ruler and measuring out 4 inches. 4 inches, you know what? I feel like it can be even larger because this is such a large mosaic. We will go to 6 inches. Going from the top corner to that mark that we just made. We need this kind of like a triangle. Base, this structure in the back needs to be at least half the height of your mosaic. I am using a full board, so hopefully it's going to be enough. If anything else, you can always piece pieces together to make it longer. It's very easy. You just cut a square to fit your mosaic and just glue it on and go with it. With Grinch, it's a little bit tricky because his chin is rounding up at the bottom and not a lot is laying on the floor. So your base, this piece, will be shown. And while cutting your base, make sure that your triangle fits on your base. So about like 6 inches long. Grab your square and place it at the very bottom. Put some glue where your mosaic touches the base and glue it on. I wanted to show you the problem that I have with this mosaic and not having enough of mosaic laying on the floor, just because my Grinch is rounded at the bottom. The whole thing wants to be rounded. Even base is not helping. Maybe just tilt your base a little bit backwards, just a tiny bit, to give that support. Just lean against something. That's my best advice. Look closely at this balloon garland. I made it yesterday and look what happened. A lot of balloons deflated. Why? Because 12-inch balloons, or 11-inch balloons in my case, are not made for 5-inch or even smaller size balloons. They will deflate, because while making a smaller size balloon and pulling on the tail to tie a knot, you can rip your balloon and balloons will start to deflate. Not a good idea to work with just 12-inch balloons. Look at this part of this mosaic. The rest of the balloons look great, right? But the smallest balloons, they deflated. And look at this portion over here. I used 5 and 11-inch balloons, and I didn't play a lot with 11-inch balloons. I filled in spaces with mainly 5-inch balloons, and look, everything is intact, everything is inflated, no problems there. Do not use 11-inch balloons for smaller size balloons if you want your mosaics to last for longer than, I don't know, 12 hours, 6 hours. This is it, you guys. This is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was inspiring and helpful. That's the most important part. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always helpful. If you have any additional questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer them all and help you out to the best of my abilities. If you're new here, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button down below for more videos, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I will see you back very soon. Bye.